Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video. How are you guys doing? Hit that like button down below if you are excited for Fortnitemares, which is finally here. And with that comes the new challenges, the Fortnitemares challenges. So we're going to be going over a full guide for these Fortnitemares challenges, as well as how to get the umbrella type thing that looks really cool. I'm a big fan of that, but yeah, it's going to be a full challenges guide, such as how to destroy the haunted furniture, how to search a chest in a haunted forest, a ghost town, and a spooky farm, and more, just helping you guys get these challenges done fast. So yeah, if you do find this helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more challenges guides coming out in the near future. And on top of that, if you want to help support me, you can do so by using code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. I might actually be updating my code soon, but for right now, that's how you can support me. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and jump into it with the first challenge I want to cover. Again, we're going to be going over these in order of how they are in the challenges themselves, but starting it out here, that means we have got destroy haunted household furniture, and you need to destroy a total of 5 pieces of furniture. So what do they mean by haunted household furniture? Well, basically guys, first of all, you're going to want to go to locations that can have furniture. So you know, locations like Retail Row, Pleasant Park, things like that, places that have a bunch of houses are going to be the best locations for this challenge. And also do something like Team Rumble so you can have time to explore around the houses. But yeah, basically what you're looking for is something like this that you can see on screen right now. As you can see, it is a floating piece of furniture. Now they can be different pieces of furniture, they can be chairs, dressers, stuff like that, but if it's floating, it is a haunted household furniture piece. So you simply destroy that and you'll be working towards this challenge. Now I'm pretty sure these always spawn in the same spot, so like as you saw right there, that was at the corner house in Pleasant Park. But then if you go across the soccer field to the house across there and go into the basement, you'll be able to find a chair there as well that you can destroy for a second piece of haunted furniture. So then after that guys, just keep on going around looking through the different houses. Doesn't really matter which location you're in, just keep looking through the houses for the floating furniture pieces and you'll be able to get this challenge done very easily. Alright, well I was going to hop into a playground match to show you how to do this next one, but I'm floating in the air. I'm not exactly sure what is going on right here. I guess we can try and respawn. Okay, that does not help at all. Alright, here we go. This island is still messed up, but at least it's here. Okay. Anyways, this next challenge here is to, I believe, leap out from a hideout when an enemy is within 20 meters of you. So in case you guys don't know how to do this, here is how you do it. Let's just go ahead and go over to, how about Frenzy Farm for the first one? Obviously, we've got the island in the center of the map right there, the spooky island. But specifically, hideouts are two different things. You may have seen one of my previous challenge guide videos on how to do, there was another hideout type challenge. But yeah, there's two separate things. The first of which is the hay bales right here. As you can see, you simply walk up to them. You can use your use button, whatever it is that you have it set to, and you can hide inside of there. So obviously you're going to want to wait for a player to come within 20 meters and then, you know, just jump out, and that's how you get the challenge done. Now, one thing about that, and then I'll show you the other type of hideout as well. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit tough to get close to another player and actually hide there. So what I would recommend is actually going into solo or something like that. Solo's going to work fine, and then dropping to a location that is like the first location on the map. Or what I mean is like the first location on the battle bus path. So if the battle bus is coming from here, you know, drop at Retail Row or something like that. However, let's say the location is instead near this one right here. So say you're jumping from the battle bus, you simply want to dive down as quickly as you can and then immediately look for the second type of hideout, which is a dumpster. So like this location has a bunch of them. There's one right here. You can simply land there, hide inside of it, and then wait for a player, and then simply, you know, jump out and you'll have the challenge done. You can also maybe like drop some loot near this location to try and lure some people closer. That can help as well. So yeah, moving on here guys, you have another tough challenge, which is to search a chest in a haunted forest, a ghost town, and also a spooky farm. So at first it seems kind of tough, but it's actually not as tough as you may think. So jumping right into it, with the first spot, you have a haunted forest. Basically guys, you want to head into Weeping Woods. You know, the location sort of close to the center, but more so towards the bottom left. It's a fairly large location, but simply drop into there, and that is the haunted forest. So like as you can see right here, I simply find a chest in there, open it up, and it counts as the haunted forest for this challenge. So very easy right there. Then after that guys, you have a ghost town. So for this one, you're going to want to go to this location next to Steamy Stacks. So again, simply go to that location, find a chest, and you'll have the second location done. Then for the final of the 3 locations, you have a spooky farm. Now for this one, you simply want to go into Frenzy farm. The location's sort of towards the center of the map a little bit, but that is the specific, spooky farm. So if you head over to that location, look around for a bit, find a chest, and that will be the final location that you need to get this challenge done. Keeping it going here, guys, these next few challenges have to do with the Storm King, or Storm King LTM specifically. So this LTM is very, very interesting, definitely very, very unique, and we have 3 total challenges that have to do with this mode. So yeah, we're going through these in order. So let's start out with the one where you have to deal damage to Storm King weak points, and you have to deal a total of 10,000 damage, which is a decent amount of damage, but if you play this mode like maybe a few times, you'll get this one done. It's not like super difficult, but basically, guys, what are weak points? So when you're fighting the Storm King himself, you can't actually deal damage to him just by firing at him normally. You can only deal damage at specific points when he has these weak points show up on him. So basically, guys, those weak points are these golden areas that show up in his different stages. So these will show up like on the front of him, like on his chest, and again, they're very clear to see. They're these golden, like rocks or whatever you want to call them. So you simply fire at those, and that will be dealing damage to the weak points. Now on top of that, they can also spawn on his back. So same thing, start firing at that weak point on his back, and that is how you deal damage there. Also, they can spawn on the side of him, which again is another thing that you can deal damage to. So continue to deal damage to those weak points. Now you may also be able to damage his storm horns for weak point damage. I'm not 100% sure if that counts as well, but something to keep in mind. It's still something you may be able to use to get this done. So yeah, and also in this gameplay, unfortunately, I got targeted by the Storm King while I was down. I mean, like, come on. He used his laser on me when I was knocked, which was kind of funny, but that leads me into my next point right here, this next challenge, which is to revive teammates while battling the Storm King. So this one right here, you don't actually need to be playing with a friend to get this one done. I mean, you can. There is one easy way to do it, and that is to simply, at the very start, if you're playing with a teammate, have them build up a bit and then knock themselves, and then you can simply walk up to them, revive them at the point where the Storm King hasn't even spawned yet, and that can be very, very helpful. And then you can do the same for your friends, and you guys can get the challenge done together just like that. However, if you're playing solo, don't worry, there's another way to get this challenge done, and that is simply just by playing normally. A lot of the times when you're playing this mode, teammates will get knocked. I mean, it's fairly easy to actually get knocked. The Storm King does a lot of damage with certain attacks. Also, you can get overwhelmed by the fiends, the cube monsters, whatever you want to call them. So just keep an eye out for when your teammates get knocked, and then run over to them as quickly as you can and start reviving them. Also remember that you can build. A lot of people don't realize that they can actually build, but that'll help you hopefully keep cube monsters away long enough to revive a teammate. And again, you have to revive 3 total teammates, so you will have to do this a few times, but for the most part, you should be able to get that done if you follow those steps. But then, guys, let's keep it going here with the final challenge, and probably the toughest challenge. That is to simply defeat the Storm King. It's actually quite a bit tougher than you may expect. The Storm King is not an easy enemy to actually defeat. However, guys, I have a few tips to make this easier, so let's go ahead and jump into that. So basically, the Storm King has multiple stages before you can actually defeat him. I believe he has 3 total stages. The first of which is to destroy, I believe, his right storm horn, then to destroy the other storm horn, and then finally to just defeat the Storm King himself. And then in between those stages, you have got to deal damage to his weak points, and it'll go in sections of he has 3 weak points show up. Then there will be some time where you can actually deal damage to the storm horn and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you deal damage quickly when those weak points show up. Also, you can search around the area for loot and stuff like that. Later on, cube fiends will show up and they drop ammo and loot and stuff as well, so that can be helpful. But yeah, the most important thing is when the storm horn shows up, make sure you and hopefully everybody else in the lobby is firing at that section, because you can only fire for 15 seconds, something around there, and then he'll go back into having more weak points show up, which is fine. But if you want to get it done faster, really focus on those sections. On top of that, make sure you revive teammates when you can, because the more teammates you have, the more damage you can deal at once, because this mode is designed for 16 players or something like that. So if you get to the final round and you only have 2 players left, your chances aren't great. So make sure you revive teammates when you can, because they will help you out and will help you deal damage. You really need to work together with everybody on the team to defeat this enemy. And you can also damage storm fiends for shield. But yeah, if you do all of those things together, you should be able to defeat the Storm King and get the new umbrella. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe subscribe button for more challenge guide videos coming out soon. And you can also check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the top left going over the new secret skin, and then below that some other item videos, challenge videos, stuff like that, whatever shows up. But again guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.